Hi, welcome to my channel Likes a Look. I'm Abby and today we're gonna get a little bit crafty. I'm gonna take this portion off as well. And just like that. Sorry about the camera shift there. Okay, and this is what we're sort of left with here. Now, this portion here is actually hollow through the center there. I don't know if you can see that. And we actually do need some of this, but we don't need all of it. So we're actually just going to trim it down so that part of it sticks out just enough for the actual petals to still fit onto it. But we're just going to go ahead and trim some of that. And I'm actually just using the cutter portion of this beading tool. And see, so you still end up with a small portion of that plastic piece. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and remove the actual petals carefully from the plastic inner portion here. This part is called the stamen, by the way, for those of you who are not familiar with that. And so as you can see, or hopefully you can see, in the tiny hole there where the stem was originally, I'm actually going to take the beading tool and push it all the way through, that way, all the way through to the top, to make sure there's a hole all the way through. Now this part you should be very, very careful with, because you can actually poke yourself. So you may want to actually wear some sort of glove on this hand to protect your hand from getting poked. But I'm just going to go ahead and show you how I do this here.
Enough to give to you my heart, girl, open your hand. Mr. Gravity at his best. Actually, I'd invest in the time that it would take to put our love to the test. Rainy days in April, story of my life. If you take it from me once, then I'm going for it twice. I promise to be your boy. Actually, your man,
all the
you
way
ain't
through
playing
the
this time.
stand.
You
We're
really
just going to set
taking
that
a
aside a
stand.
moment,
Go
and
ahead,
we're going to
talk
go
to
back
me
to
like you
our
wanna. Treat me like a
clip
dog
here.
and talk to me like an owner. It only'll make me stronger. I could leave right now and say that I'm off dad, but still my mind to be on you.
We rise and we fall, now we're back where we started. Just like gravity, we hit the
where the two wires cross, we're just going to bend the wire back in the opposite direction. So I'm just going to turn this this way and bend it out this way. And now you can see it's sort of bent straight up. And we're just going to do the same to the other side here. And going from the center again, bend it the other way.
This is hurting my head.
Carefully paint the individual petals. And you do want to make sure that the petals do dry all the way if you want to do multiple coats. Otherwise the petals will end up sticking to each other. To make sure that it doesn't sort of stick to itself, or to the surface of something. You don't want to lay it flat on a surface because it will stick. I just take this sort of old ring box that I had from a gift. And this isn't a really nice one here. This is just a cardboard one, so don't use a really nice one for this. And I just insert it where the ring normally is, and I would let that dry for a little while. Now, if you don't actually have one of these ring boxes available, all you need to do is take a recycled piece of plastic here, and this part's a little bit gross, a piece of chewing gum already chewed, and you actually put a piece of chewing gum down, and then you take the ring and you press it into that. Not too much, just enough that it stands on its own, but also not so deep into it that you have difficulty removing it from the gum, because it is kind of icky. Once that's dried, you go ahead and remove it, and just be careful to discard that without getting your icky gum all over the place. And if there is some excess gum on there, just wipe it off with a tissue and maybe a cotton swab with a little bit of rubbing alcohol to disinfect it from your lovely saliva there that ended up on it. And then I actually go in with my second color. Today I'm just using this sort of silver glittery nail polish, and I like using the silver on the inner stamen part because it matches the paper clip that I'm using here, and thereby actually disguising what it does look like. So I'm going to go ahead and paint that portion. And this doesn't have to be perfect. In fact, if you like, you can just paint sort of the tips. Once it's dry, you're ready to actually put it on. I'm actually going to go ahead and show you one that I made earlier. And this is what it looks like. This one just has this single layer of petals. And I did paint a few coats on each side, the underside and the top of the petals, as well as a few coats on the stamen here. Additionally, I did actually use a little bit of nail polish underneath along the base of the petals where it meets the stamen to make certain that the petals don't actually fall off or away from the stamen. Alright, well, I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. If you decide to give this a try for yourself, I would love to see some video responses. This was a really fun project, and I hope to do more of these do-it-yourself videos soon. If you have any suggestions of items that you would like to see repurposed, put that in the description bar down below. And I hope you, wherever you are, that you're enjoying your day or evening, and hope to see you soon. Take care.